That's real rough, man. But it tells you in the scriptures that America's gonna get invaded, man. All right, these other countries, Russia, all right, they're gonna invade America. Go ahead.
Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
There it is, the Medes. That's who it's talking about. That's who the Russians. That's who the Russians are. When it says the Medes, that's who it's talking about. The same. They're in that same land. All right, that the Medes were ruling in. All right, the North country. All right, go ahead.
Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it.
Right, because Babylon was known as the North country, but further north was the Medes. Right, go ahead.
Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldeans' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Right, because ultimately America's going to get bombed with nuclear missiles, man. And it tells you in the scriptures that every nation is going to shoot at it. It says in the scriptures, spare no arrows. That means that a very big arsenal is getting ready to be rocket propelled over here, man. Go ahead.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there.
Right, meaning that America is going to be completely decimated. Right, it's going to be turned into a complete wasteland that nothing except for the wasteland creatures could survive it. Go ahead.
But wild beasts of the desert shall lie there, and their houses shall be full of doleful creatures, and owls shall dwell there, and satyrs shall dance there. And the wild beasts of the islands shall cry in their desolate houses, and dragons in their pleasant places. And her time is near to come, and her days shall not be prolonged.
Right. Her days shall not be prolonged, her time is near to come. And we know that that's true, man, based on everything that's going on in the world today, man. We're more close to nuclear fucking war than we've ever been. Go to 14.
Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy.
If you haven't read the news, you know, Barack Biden fucking sent Joe Blow, sleepy Joe Biden. He's sending what the fuck are they? Those war boats, the fucking over there, talking about if Russia escalates the war in Ukraine, that they're gonna go to war with them, man. And Ukraine's not a NATO country, so why is this guy so worried about it?
And there's 24 different other countries involved in it. So that's a big operation, man. That's billions of dollars worth of just sending them off to the ocean over there. You know, so hey, they gotta be ready for something, because they're not gonna just waste all that money just to hit a U-turn and come back, man. You know, and then you got North Korea shooting off the missiles, testing missiles. Hey, shit's about to go down, man. Hey, we can't wait for it.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the invasion of Taiwan.
Yeah.
China's gonna invade Taiwan. North Korea's gonna take back South Korea. We're gonna see all these different wars pop off, man.
And then what did Biden say? If they invade Taiwan, hey, America's gonna step into hell.
Yep. So what? America's just gonna fight every front. You know, we're gonna fight the Chinese, the Russians, Iran. You know. Yeah, that's why it says in the scriptures that thy pride is what is this, man? Thy pride has deceived you. You know, you think you can just shake the hand at everybody, man.
Obadiah?
Yeah, Obadiah. Hold that, Isaiah.
There's Obadiah 1:1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord, power concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?
Right, and they said, I have made thee small among the heathen. That's why I have all these other nations talking about reparations, and you need to give us back something for all the hell you put on us. You know, you're getting flooded with immigrants throughout all your borders in fucking America, whether it be America, whether it be, you know, over there in Europe. You got all these immigrants flooding your borders and stuff, man. Why? Because, yeah, hey, man, you are small, and everybody feels like you owe them something, man.
Even China recently, a couple months back, had that meeting that they want to bring America up on war crimes.
Right.
They want to charge them, you know, for everything they've done throughout the earth. So these other nations, they ain't scared of America like before, man. Because America was the only one that had nukes at one point, you know, that had nuclear capabilities. But now, hey, all these nations, they got nukes, man. Nobody's scared of this place. You know, Russia, China, they're two superpowers. You know, even you know, America had the sauce at one point. What was it? Because they supposedly landed on the moon. That was a show that they had a form of power. But even that was a lie. They never went up there. They just fabricated the whole thing to show that they had some form of power.
Yeah, they say that it was a psyop. That the reason that they did that was to get Russia to put to weary themselves in a space race. It wasn't real.
Yeah, because there's this thing. It's called the Van Nuys belt or something like that. It's around the Earth where it's hella radiation. He sends spacemen up there. They're just gonna disintegrate going through that fucking radiation belt.
Right.
They never went there. That was all. It was all back then. It was all Hollywood, high level Hollywood shit.
Propaganda.
Yeah, good.
That was during the Cold War.
Yep.
You know. Russia and America have been funking for a long time on the low, you know what I'm saying? You know, now it's getting to that point where it's gonna be balls out, man. You know, and for a long time, all these nations, they were afraid of the beast. You know, that treaty between Europe and America, when they came together, they had that firepower, man.
Obadiah 1 and 5, if thieves came to thee, if robbers by night, how art thou cut off? Would they not have stolen till they had enough? If the grape gatherers came to thee, would they not leave some grapes? How are the things of Esau searched out? How are his hidden things sought up? All the men of thy confederates.
Because of the internet, right? You have all this information at your fingertips. Because of the internet, they have something called fact checkers now. You know, in which they go through, and then they'll find something that you know, somebody might be going against their agenda, and then they'll go, no, well, you know, it's not real, it's not true, you know. And I could go into detail, but I don't want my channel to get silenced. You know, because there's so much information coming out, you know, about everything that these devils are doing and things that they've done. You know, they're trying to you know, blindside you and get rid of that information, basically. Because through the internet, we have access to all kinds of, you know, so-called conspiracy theories, in which a lot of these guys, they'll show you, you know, they go in deep into history and everything of like the witchcraft they're doing, Bohemian Grove, the Illuminati, exposing all these different hidden truths, who the Chaldeans are, and really that's just the Lord exposing Esau for being the devil, man. That's how his hidden things are searched up. Go ahead.
All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. they that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. Shall I not in that day, saith the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, even destroy the wise men out of Edom, and understanding out of the mount of Esau? And thy mighty men, O Teman, shall be dismayed to the end that every one of the mount of Esau may be cut off by slaughter.
Man. This that day that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee, man. All these people that have taken your humanitarian aid and all this stuff, that have done deals with you, traded with you, all right, they're getting ready to ambush you, man. They're getting ready to unleash fury upon you, man. All right, go back to that Isaiah 14.
Back in Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord Yahweh will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land, and the strangers shall be joined with them.
And that's what it's all about, man. The Lord's gonna have mercy upon Jacob, and shall yet choose Israel, man. Even though a lot of Israelites are gonna be destroyed, okay, that's true. 2/3 of the nation of Israel, all right, just here in America, are vaporized, man. But at the end of the day, that's what it's about, man. The Lord is going to set Israel back up, his chosen people. He said Israel is above all the people that's upon the face of the earth, man. So even though the Lord is chastising us and we're catching all this hell, we're fucking here in this damn place, you know, getting ready to go through straight madness, right? The Lord is still going to yet choose Israel, and we're going to be all right, man. We're going to be all right. All right? Barakatah Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Go ahead.
And the strangers shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob.
Right, that's who that's why it says in the scriptures, this word is bringing Jacob together, right? So that those that don't look like Israelites, that the Lord calls, right? They hear this word and they receive the Spirit, man. All right, are able to cleave to the house of Jacob, are able to come back and be like, oh man, yeah, I'm an Israelite, man. The Lord called me. You know, yeah, it's a thing. It's a real thing, man. Go ahead.
And the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord Yahweh for servants and handmaids.
That's talking about Esau and the other nations, man. All right, so we're going to possess them for servants and handmaids. All right, go ahead.
And they shall take them captives, whose captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressors.
Right. That's what's coming. Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, shall give thee rest from thy sorrow, and from thy fear, and from the hard bondage wherein thou wast made to serve, that thou shalt take up this proverb against the king of Babylon, and say, how hath the oppressor ceased, the golden city ceased? The Lord Yahweh hath broken the staff of the wicked, and the scepter of the rulers. He who smote the people in wrath with a continual stroke, he that ruled the nations in anger, is persecuted, and none hindereth. The whole earth is at rest and is quiet. They break forth into singing. Yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no feller has come up against us.
That's talking about the Edomites, man. When Esau goes down, the entire earth is going to break forth into singing, man. It's gonna be a party, man. Everybody's gonna be happy, man. All right, and the entire earth is gonna be against you. Everything's gonna be against Esau, man. That punishment that's coming for the Edomites is gonna be vicious, man, ferocious, crazy, man.
Yeah, it says the fir trees rejoice at thee. Hey, the earth is going to rejoice, man. Because what is he doing? He's polluting the earth, which the earth it's got a spirit to it, man. You know, trees are alive. They serve a purpose. You know, you exhale carbon dioxide. They inhale it. They give us oxygen. You know, he's polluting the ocean. He's cutting down the trees. You know, everything is death under the rulership of Esau, man. Everything's being destroyed. You know, the food is through. It's not even food anymore. It's just chemicals. You know, the sky, you're not even breathing in oxygen, really. It's just chemicals mixed with oxygen. You're spraying all kinds of shit in the air. You know, you got the pollution from all these cars passing by, which he already has the technology to make hydrogen cars, clean cars. You know, but he's not going to use it. He's got how to make free energy with all the technology from Tesla, that he took from Nikola Tesla. You know, he got all these things, but he chooses to be destructive, man.
Well, just like he knows about the herbs, but he chooses pharmakia, which is witchcraft. You know, which is all about keeping you sick, right? Because when it comes to the herbs, you know, you could grow the herbs that you need. You know what I'm saying? The pharma, his drug industry is one of his biggest money makers, man. So why is he gonna tell you how to cure yourself when he wants you to come to him so he can just poison you, man, and make you pay for it? You get cancer, you think this guy doesn't know how to cure cancer? He knows how, man. But he'd rather fucking poison you and then so when he uses radiation to kill the cancer, and then you gotta take pills to counteract the radiation, and you gotta take pills to counteract what's counteracting the radiation. Then you gotta take pills to counteract that. And then the list goes on and on, man. I know because I've seen it with my own eyes, man. My grandpa, he had cancer. He had so many pills, he didn't even know which ones were which anymore, and the doctors weren't keeping the doctors weren't keeping track of it. He was just taking all kinds of shit. I remember my parents, because they're in the medical industry, they went through all those pills and were like, you shouldn't even be taking like half of these, man.
Yeah, hey, that's why it's called the Food and Drug Administration. They make the food. They put chemicals in the food to make you sick, and that way you go to his medical system, and he gives you all these pills. He's the one making you sick with all this fast food, all this garbage food that you're eating. Nobody watches their diet, man.
And they put all this shit in the food to make it hard for you to eat healthy, because you crave this other shit so bad. You feel like you're dying without it. You feel like you're starving without it and shit. You know, and it takes months for you to fucking heal off of that, and you know, to really feel better from a natural diet and stuff, man.
Yeah, and the food that he gives you, like, the reason it tastes good, because this motherfucker's in a lab, he's putting all kinds of chemicals in it to make when you eat it, it fires off them endorphins, you know, MSG. Like you put a Hot Pocket in the microwave, hey, that shit tastes fucking bomb.
Bro, even though like a regular cut of meat, you go get that, and that'll have a big old list of ingredients. Like, how the fuck does a plain piece of meat, why is there an ingredient list, bro? It should just say meat, right?
Yeah, because he puts all his chemicals to get you addicted to it. You know, now you're craving it. You crave Oreos. You know, because hey, the microbes in your gut, they got used to eating that, and then now it sends signals to your brain. Hey, I want this. I want that. I'm craving this. I'm craving that. Because it fucks up your whole system. The food that you eat. And then you try to eat healthy, but and then it's harder. It gets harder because you're craving those other things. So it's hard to detach from this place if you're not completely, trying it with discipline.
Yeah. Especially sugar. Oh man, sugar is the cause for so many health problems, bro. Inflammation, diabetes, cancer, gout, the list goes fucking on and on. Cataracts, glaucoma, and all these different, gum disease and shit going on with your teeth, fucking bladder infections, your liver, your kidneys. Bro, sugar literally attacks everything, bro. Sugar is fucking terrible for you. And Esau made it worse by coming out with shit like sucralose and
dextrose.
What's that other one? high fructose corn syrup. You know, hey man, that's why it should be called the Food and Death Administration, man.
Yeah, what's the acronym for the standard American diet? SAD.
Yeah.
Because it's completely sad. It's void of any nutrients. It doesn't feed your body. That's why anybody that's on a standard American diet, they gotta sleep like 12 hours, and then you still don't get energy.
You feel like shit still in the morning. Yeah.
You get no energy because when you rest, your body's supposed to regenerate. It doesn't have those nutrients, vitamins and minerals that your body to allow it to regenerate. Hey, if you're eating healthy, you really don't even need that much sleep. You'll sleep like 5 hours if you're eating the right things, and you'll wake up hella energy. You feel good. You're not as sore if you worked out the day before. You know, because your body regenerates a lot faster when you got all them chemicals and all that garbage out of your system. You know, because that's not supposed to be there. But hey, Esau knows all about this just to keep you in a low state. Spiritually, it even keeps you low. It calcifies your pineal gland. You know, which that's your mind. You get depression, anxiety. You get mental problems from all this food, man. Because it completely destroys your whole body. You know, and that's what Esau tries to do, just keep you in the lowest state possible to just have more control over you. He puts atrazine in the water, make you more docile. Man, there's so much shit this devil does to just keep us low.
Yeah, so Rock 38:4 says the Lord had created medicines out of the earth, and he that is wise will not abhor them.
Medicines out of the earth. Garlic, horseradish, onions. You know, hey, those are medicines. You know, different herbs that you take. Cilantro, that detoxes heavy metals. What else? There's spirulina, which cleanses your blood. It's an algae that grows in water. There's beetroot, pomegranates. Those cleanse your blood. Hey, there's so many things that you could take that are beneficial to your body that you don't have to get a prescription. You just got to have discipline to take it constantly, because you take it
over time.
Yeah, your body has to be in your body, because you don't just take beetroots one time. Oh, you're just flying. It got to be built up in your body for it to have an effect.
And then doing those things, your body will actually fix the problem that's wrong with it, instead of just putting a band-aid on it. Which that's what Esau's, you know, that's what his medicine does, man. It's an inhibitor, man. You know, or you got antibiotics, you have an infection, and it'll kill your whole immune system just to take out this infection, you know. And they say that if the antibiotic doesn't work, the infection can come back like 8-10 times as hard, man.
It creates super bugs.
You have no more antibodies to fight against it, so now it just wreaks havoc on you.
Which garlic, that's a natural antibiotic. It's got a chemical in there called allicin, which it's an antibiotic, and bugs, they can't become resistant to it. You know, hey, that's the high level of the Lord, man. He created an herb where it kills everything.
That horseradish.
Yeah, the horseradish fruit.
It's like onions too. Like anything that you taste, you know, that burns you when when you swallow it down. You know that it's got an effect. You know, just look at peppers. When you eat a hot pepper, how your whole respiratory system, your blood, like everything, you can feel your blood flowing faster. You know, it just opens everything up, man. It's crazy. So imagine you eat like a hot pepper every day, you can taste it, you know, so on and so forth. Not to get too sidetracked when you come to your health and everything. This is Habakkuk 2:1. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall say, what I shall answer when I am informed. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. You know, and that's what we're doing. We're running. All right. That's why in the scriptures Paul compares this to a race. You know, you're running in a race. All right. That's what we're doing. So even in the ancient world, you had messengers that they would take a message and they would run to go and give the message to somebody else. You know. That's pretty much what we're doing. It said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. And it's funny because we're so close, like on like red alert with this nuclear stuff that's going on. Like these nations are talking about nuking each other. And we show you in the Bible, look, it's talking about nukes in the Bible, and you still can't believe it is a fucking mystery. But it does say in the scriptures, the elect have obtained it and the rest were blinded. And if that gives you more faith, because it's like, well, I see, that means the Lord opened my eyes. That means the Lord can literally blind these people like this to where you could show them, look, man, this is written within and without, man. You still can't see it? That means there's something spiritual, you know. There's literally something spiritual that's blocking people from getting it. It says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That even though the guy that's in charge is completely wicked, hey, we live by our faith, which is we know Yahweh Shai is going to take this guy out of the way. Okay, and that's what we see. We do this, as it says in the scriptures, for the elect's sake. We out here come out here constantly telling you, hey, just keep believing in Yahweh Shai, man. Keep pushing for the Lord. Okay, and soon this guy's gonna be out of the way. It's gonna be a bad dream. You know, it's gonna, you know, you're gonna wake up from the nightmare, basically, man. It's gonna be over. You know, just stay in it. That's why it says he that endure to the end. You know, that's why it says it is important for us to do our videos. You know, why it says to the daily edification and whatnot, where it says you know, there's another scripture that says a book of remembrance was made for them that fear the Lord. You know, let me see. Let me see if I can find that one, because that's a good one.
I got another one.
Let me get this straight. Yeah. All right. Oh yeah, it says Malachi 3:16. Then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another. And man, you know, when you really think about it, like Paul said, I do this for the elect's sake. You know, you got brothers that need to hear certain things, man. And so it's important to like, I see why doing a video a day is important, man, because you know that motivation and that inspiration needs to be pushed out to where it's just keep going, because it's almost here, man. We're right here, we're all together, man. You know, I'm fighting this fight with you. You know, you're not alone. So it says, then they that feared the Lord spake often one to another, and the Lord hearkened and heard it, and a book of remembrance was written before him for them that feared the Lord and that thought upon his name. And that's what it's for. This book is for us. Okay, because we believe in Yahweh Shai, man. So this was made for us, so that we could think upon it and be solid, man. Stay sane. You know, if you're wondering what you're doing on this earth, man, revert to the scriptures and it'll let you know that you are called to righteousness. That's what you're doing on this earth, man. You're a herald of Yahweh Shai, bro. All right. Go ahead.
This Proverbs 11:25, the liberal soul shall be made fat, and he that watereth shall be watered also himself. Hey, that's the importance of doing your videos, man. Because hey, when you do those videos, it not only just helps you know, brothers watching it, it helps you too. You grow. You learn from it, because when you speak something, it's more powerful, man. You're speaking it to yourself. You're speaking to brothers listening to the video. hey, it's not just because it's an order. Hey, it's for us.
Yeah.
You know, it helps us. It helps you to be like, hey,
It's a righteous word.
Yep. It's a righteous word.
It's to help you. It's to help you grow, to stay up, to stay high. You know, up in this thing, man. Occupying in righteousness. You know.
What's that one? Provoke another to good work.
Good works. Hey, that's why I talk about posting our videos in the chat.
Yeah.
That way we have that provocation, you know, and inspiration in there. We gotta feed each other. You know what I mean? That's the point of being in a camp, is to do good to each other, man. We'll keep going on this. It says Habakkuk 2:5, yeah, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man. You know, and that wine is basically talking about other philosophies outside of Yahweh Shai. You know, the nonsense that this world is into, these other gods, these other religions, these different holidays, and what do you call them, rituals and different things that people do. You know, women's rights, the equality, the whole men are equal to women thing. That's some strong drink, man. That's some strong drink, man. You look at a woman, and this woman in her brain actually thinks, you know, she's on the same level as a man. That's some strong drink, bro. That's some strong wine, bro. You know. And just all this other madness that's out here, man. You know, these people believe in. It's all wine. It's all strong drink, man. You know, Americans. You know, the ways of this world, all the different things in this wicked ass world that doesn't make any sense. You believing in it. You drinking all this wine, and you fucking drunk off of it. You know, and then they have all these different philosophies out here, just ways of thinking, and you know, everybody's got their own personal truth, and it's all, you know, you just drunk off of all this strong drink, man. That's what it's really going into, because the Bible is spoken in such a way that it's more symbolic than it is. It's not outright telling you, hey, hell, you know, you've gone mad with the philosophies of the earth. No, you're drunk with you've drunk in the wine of this earth, and it's made you to go mad. That's why it talks about in the scriptures that said the nations, they drank of the wine and they went mad, basically, you know. Now they're all doing all this bugged out shit, you know, living like beasts. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay? Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee, because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land, of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that covereth an evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Alright. I keep going. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. That's what Esau Edom has done, man. Bamboozle all these nations, alright? Put pure hell upon Israel. Did all, you know, shed all types of blood of Israel, man. You know? And now to this day, you know, ruling over Israel with your foot on his neck. You know what I'm saying? Puffing at all these other nations, you know. But that's that pride, the pride has deceived you. The Lord's getting ready to destroy you, man. Go back to the Isaiah 14.
in Isaiah 14:2, and the people shall take them and bring them to their place, and the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the...
Drop down, because we were at the fir trees and all that.
Oh yeah, kind of. Back in Isaiah 14:8, yeah, the fir trees rejoice at thee, and the cedars of Lebanon, saying, since thou art laid down, no fellow has come up against us.
Right, because hey, we read in Habakkuk, it said, you know, the soul that is lifted up is not upright within him. He's doing all this wickedness throughout the earth. He said, shall not, because you have cut off many nations, you know, which Israel is likened unto many nations. You know, the 12 tribes, each tribe is a nation basically in itself, you know. Go ahead.
Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirreth up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth. It hath raised up from their thrones all the kings of the nations.
Right, it said that you basically did all this wickedness and cut off your own soul. You know, now all this evil is getting ready to get blasted back in your face, man. And the Lord is stirring up. Hey, as we read in Isaiah 13, it says, you know, the Lord mustereth the hosts of the battle, man. Go ahead.
All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? Thy pomp is brought down to the grave.
Right, so everybody hates America. We established that. It's not a new thing. So when America becomes weak, what do you think everybody's going to do that hates America? They're all going to look at this place and say, let's fuck this bitch up, man. Go ahead.
The noise of thy vials, the worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven, I will exalt my throne above the stars of the Most High, I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds, I will be like the Most High.
Right, he said, there's nobody next to me, man. I took down Israel. I'm in the Holy Land. I'm ruling the earth. I'm over all these nations. I'm the fucking big bad shit walking on earth, you know? That's Esau, man, puffing and puffing. He's the most proud, man. You know? And America is like the hub of his wickedness, man. So when, hey, and at that point, when Esau becomes weak, all right, the Lord is going to rain his fury down on him. And the Lord is the one making Esau weak. You know, bringing down his power structure, man. You know, the European nations are becoming weak. America's becoming weak. You know, so all these nations are getting ready to fucking, getting ready to take the spoil, man. Is there more?
Yeah. Yet thou shalt be brought down to hell, to the sides of the pit. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof?
Right, because all the world is going to look at Esau. And Esau is going to go from the tippy top to the very bottom. Everybody's going to be looking at Esau like they ain't shit. Because at the end of the day, the Lord has it out for Edom, period, man. All Edomites, man. Everybody's going to be looking at Esau like this fucking guy, man. But that's the power of the Lord, to be able to take the devil and raise him up, you know, to the height that he got to, man. The Lord, that's why it says in the scriptures, you know, this is he that the Lord made to rule in the earth. You know? There more?
Okay. That opened not the house of his prisoners, all the kings of the nations, even all of them lie in glory, every one in his own house. But thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as the raiment of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword.
Right, there's no place for you in the earth. All these other nations, they're going to have their own lands to go back to. Esau is going to be the only one without any land. After his punishment, he's just going to get completely destroyed, man. Burned in a pit, basically. He's going to be a bonfire.
that go down to the stones of the pit as a carcass trodden under feet. Thou shalt not be joined with them in the burial, because thou hast destroyed thy land and slain thy people. The seed of evildoers shall never be renowned. Prepare.
Think about that, man. The Lord hates this guy. Just listen to everything that it's saying, man. It's like, look, all the other nations, they got their own land. They're chilling in their spot. You just cast out like a shit, man. That tells you the hatred that the Lord has for you, man. Go ahead.
Prepare slaughter for his children for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant and son and nephew, saith the Lord Yahweh. I will also make it a possession for the bittern and pools of water, and I will sweep it with the besom of destruction, saith the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai of hosts.
Hey, we were just talking about that earlier.
Man.
Besom of destruction,
Yeah,
man.
that's it.
But that's how much the Lord hates you Edomites, man. Man, that's heavy, bro. Hey, you can see it, man. The world is turning against Esau. You can see it just in every day. You see it more and more. People are hating the so-called white man, bro. Period, man. And the Lord, hey, man, but the Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai hates you Edomites, man. You know, that's why you'll still see certain white people get along with, you know, different groups and stuff like that. Because, you know, not every so-called white person is an Edomite, man. But at the end of the day, Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, he cursed you Edomites, man. Something vicious. The Lord is getting ready to do away with you. You know? And end it out. Yeah. Hey, with that, I'm going to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai Ba'Shem Harakak B'dash.